Hrimfaxi mission log, day 73, Captain Frank Knight reporting. We are currently in orbit around Janus 3 in the Proxima Centauri system. We've just delivered a large quantity of Starship parts and general supplies. The last of the cargo for Alpha Centauri is currently being loaded and we'll be ready to jump shortly.
Enjoying a little wool gathering, Captain?
Just enjoying the view, Commander.
You mean the view of space? You know, it's overwhelmingly full of nothing, right?
Not to me. To me, it's full of potential, of possibilities. Out there are thousands of new worlds and new civilizations just waiting for us to explore.
You know, you would get the same view from your comfy chair down there, Captain, instead of at my console.
True, but if I spill my coffee down there, it gets on my chair. Up here, it only messes up your console.
How practical.
Captain, incoming signal from Administrator Thornton.
Saved by the bell. Put him on screen, please.
Good morning, Captain.
Greetings, Administrator Thornton, just the man I was about to call. Unless I'm mistaken, that last batch of parts means we've completed our deliveries. Is there anything else we can do for you?
I believe it does, Captain. All cargo has been loaded or unloaded, and our business is complete. I hope you have a pleasant trip. See you on your next visit.
Are you sure we can't help you with installing some of those parts? We have a few engineers we could spare to assist you, all with experience dealing with those exact systems. It would be no trouble.
No, but thanks. You must be eager to return to your patrol. The last thing we'd want to do is slow you down by having you hang around our quiet little system. Have a safe flight. Thornton, out!
Connection has been terminated from their end, Captain.
Is it my imagination, or was that a little abrupt? Very interesting. What's your impression, Commander?
I dare say the Administrator certainly seems to be in a hurry to see us on our way. And that's the first time I've seen or heard of a civilian administrator turning down free labour, especially experienced engineers. It's very odd.
I agree. Something's very fishy here.
You're not just hoping to find something nefarious to get out of catching up on your reports.
No, of course not. This system just seems a little off. After that last dispatch regarding Captain Corbett's run-in with some unidentified cloaked pirate, I think we need to double our vigilance.
Of course, sir.
I guess it's time for me to sit in that comfy chair you were talking about.
Yes, sir.
Science. Dig into our Alliance records and check the outpost's financial and maintenance records for the last year. Compare them against traffic logs for ships passing through the system during that period. If you don't notice anything out of place, pass the records over to engineering so they can take a second look at them.
Will do, Captain. Any idea what I should be looking for?
No, it won't be anything obvious. Since it smells fishy, we're just going fishing for now. Helm, signal the outpost that we're leaving, but instead of jumping back to Alpha Centauri, let's micro-jump to the edge of the system instead. We'll sit there quietly for a while as we review the colony's records and watch for anything unusual.
Signal sent and course plotted, ready to micro-jump on your mark.
Excellent. On my mark. Jump.
We've arrived, Captain. We're currently 5.8 light hours from Janus 3.
Thank you, Helm. Without a ship's military-grade communications package or long-range sensors, this should be more than adequate for us to remain hidden from the colony. Keep us stationary for now.
Hrimfaxi holding current position.
Commander, let all departments know that we're in stealth mode and to use only passive sensors to observe until further notice. Let's keep a sharp eye out in case Mr. Thornton isn't the only fish in this pond. I'm giving you the con while I take a short break to catch up on the never-ending reports. I'll be in my quarters.
Not interested in fishing, Captain?
Not at all. Not even a little. I hate fishing more than paperwork. Too much sitting around and waiting. You have the con. Good hunting, Commander. I mean, fishing.
I have the com. All hands, we are now shifting to stealth mode. passive sensors, and 0 electromagnetic emissions until further notice. This chair actually is comfy.
I hate paperwork.
Are you bored?
A little. At least in orbit, there were constant minor adjustments to make to stabilize the orbit and other vehicles to be aware of. Once you're stable in open space, there's not that much to do other than set up different flight scenarios. Are you bored too?
Never. There's too many possible ways the ship's safety can be compromised. Even sitting still here, one never knows when an attack vessel might jump in without warning. One needs to be on alert at all times.
I really hate paperwork.
Commander, inbound footprint detected.
I see it, Science. I believe the captain would call this a nibble. Please announce yellow alert and call the captain to the bridge.
Judging by the size of the footprint, Commander, it appears to be a small ship, probably microjumping from just outside the system. Shall I launch a stealth drone? The footprint is close enough that we'll probably have some data back by the time the captain arrives.
Launch away, Science. While we wait for its data, please turn what sensors we have to the inbound target and prepare a preliminary report for the captain. Tactical. What's our weapons status?
Weapons are currently on slow charge. They should be fully charged by the time our lights go back on. I'll run a temporary threat assessment using our passive sensors and the stealth drone's data and have a report as soon as possible.
Excellent, Lieutenant. Helm, have both flight and fight scenarios ready to go as quickly as possible. We're not sure yet which way we want to jump, but we do want to be ready to move.
Already done, Commander. Scenarios set for micro-jumps both out and in system, as well as evasive and attack maneuvers.
Very efficient, Ensign. Well done. Science! What's the status from engineering?
The engineering team reports that all systems are green and ready to go.
Excellent, thank you, Lieutenant. How's your other project going?
Very well, sir. I'll have more information in a few moments.
Keep on it. I expect it'll make the captain very happy indeed. Sadly, the captain will most likely want his chair back.
I really, really hate paperwork.
Yellow alert, captain to the bridge. Yellow alert, captain to the bridge.
Saved by the alert. This just might be my lucky day. Bridge acknowledged. I'm en route now.
Captain on the bridge.
Report, Commander.
The first thing to report, it appears a cloaked ship has just entered the system. On our main screen, you can see a slight distortion of the stars that are presumably behind the ship. Science has been using the incoming data from her stealth drone to continue to enhance our estimate of the ship's shape and size.
How nefarious.
Yes, quite.
Wait, you said the first thing? There's more?
It appears that this just might be your lucky day. While you were working on your report, Science and Engineering have completed their digging into the goings-on at Janus 3. Science found that all of their numbers and parts match the records, and the invoices also look to line up with visits to the system. Science, would you like to fill the captain in, briefly, on our findings?
Yes, sir. I'll try to keep it brief. While the accounting part of the records all appeared to be perfect, what the chief engineer found was that some of the parts supposedly used to repair some of the ships visiting weren't actually used for those ships. They wouldn't work. The part names of parts used for the types of ships are correct, but the actual numbers are slightly off. They're the same part, just not compatible with the ships they say they're being used on.
So a ship would come in for repairs or an overhaul, and in addition to the parts actually used, an extra part or two might be billed to the ship while the part disappears into a black inventory?
Precisely. Over the course of a year or two, they've managed to amass a very large inventory.
Wouldn't that many parts show up in their annual inventory check?
It might. It's possible they might hide some of them, but we suspect that the parts have been used on other unofficial ship repairs.
By unofficial, are you suggesting pirates?
Possibly pirates, possibly something else.
I see. What about our cloaked visitor? Science?
Engineering, Tactical and I have concluded that this ship is almost certainly the same ship that Captain Corbett and the Polaris encountered last week. Based on our drone's data, Engineering has established that the power curve matches the pirate ship from Captain Corbett's report. Based on our readings and the readings from the Polaris's initial contact, it appears that they were able to damage their port jump dry.
The Polaris encounter was a week ago. How does that line up with its arrival here?
We believe that with its one jump drive damaged, it would have taken the ship the full week to limp here directly from the encounter.
Limped here where it was no doubt expecting to be repaired by our black market shipyard.
It does appear so, Captain.
It looks like I picked a very exciting time to try and catch up on my reports.
Yes, bad timing that.